American vessels have a long and evolving history and tradition when it comes to the names chosen to grace the ranks of the Navy. What are they? And more intriguingly, why are they? Hello and welcome to another Tall Ship Tuesday. My name is Caroline, and this week we're exploring just how some of our ships got their names. Back in Providence's day, during the founding of our nation, it was the Wild West of naming. Providence and many other ships were named for their hometowns here in America, but they followed other conventions too. Some ships were named in honor of their British roots, like with Alfred, named for Alfred the Great, the King of Wessex, or sometimes for our allies like the French von Henri Richard, which a special someone from Providence's crew went on to captain. Many were named for the ideals of our nation, such as independence, also for famous people like Providence's other Rhode Island Navy ship, Washington, and even for small insects like Hornet. If you would like to learn a little more about the names of some Revolutionary vessels, head down to the description down below and check out our adventure page. While you're down there, feel free to let us know about some of your favorite ship names, American or otherwise, down in the comments below. In 1819, though, Congress decided that enough was enough. We needed to have a consistent naming convention. They wrote that all of the ships of the Navy of the United States, now building or hereafter to be built, shall be named by the Secretary of the Navy according to the following rule. Those of the first class shall be called after the United States of this Union, those of the second class after the rivers, and those of the third class after the principal cities and towns, taking care that no two vessels of the Navy shall bear the same name. It wasn't until June 1858 that the classes of the ships were legally defined, though. The classes were based off of the number of guns on board. 40 or more guns were first class, less than 40 but more than 20 were second class, and third class was less than 20 guns. In August 1861, Congress authorized that the Secretary of the Navy may change the names of any vessels purchased for the use of the Navy Department. Then, in May 1898, after an unprecedented expansion of the American Navy due to the Civil War, it was decided that all first-class battleships and monitors shall be named for the states, and shall not be named for any city, place, or person until the names of the states have been exhausted, which I would guess probably happened sooner than they may have expected, and was probably quite hard to keep track of. Luckily, the Secretary of the Navy today has many resources to help them with naming, like the Navy History and Heritage Command. The NHHC helps compile name recommendations for easy access. Once a name is chosen, though not always, the ship is christened in a ceremony. A ship's sponsor is chosen to perform the christening, and in the case that the ship was named after a person, an effort will be made for the eldest living female descendant to perform that role. Otherwise, it is customary that wives of senior naval officers or other officials act in this role. You go, girls! If you are interested in this topic, I have linked in the description a wonderful article about the evolution of ships naming, where much of the information from this video actually came from. It goes even more in-depth about the naming conventions with several examples, and I suggest you visit that site if you want to know more information. Thank you all for joining the Tall Ship Providence Foundation on this Tall Ship Tuesday. If you liked this video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to the channel. We put out new educational videos each week about maritime history, seamanship, tall ships, and even the occasional sea shanty. Until next time, we hope to see you back next week on another Tall Ship Tuesday. Bye!